This is getting started. When you launch the program, this is what you'll see at the college. This is the default setting. We get this lovely box here, and this is actually a useful thing. Actually, let me back up for a second. You'll notice that right now I'm working with CS 5.5. That's going to probably change. This is a trial version, but they're very similar to CS5, which is what we've got at the college. Anyway, so when you open this, we've got it's asking us for some choices. We've got some tutorials here, and what we're going to use is media playback. What this is going to do when we look in here is give us a bunch of choices of the type of media that we might be using, and for our purposes, for now, we're going to use HDTV 720. This is a slightly smaller size than many options for very high-end video work, but it's perfectly good for anything on YouTube, and it will look good on broadcast as well. So by creating that or choosing that size at 100% for my recording purposes here, because I've got to show you all these menus, we can't even see the entire stage. So I'm going to set it to 50%, and you can see that we've got this sort of box with two boxes inside of it on a gray area. This is called our stage, and this is the pasteboard, more or less, similar to Illustrator. Yes, you can have stuff going on out here, but you won't see it ultimately. So let me change the color of our stage, and that will make what's going on here a little more clear. I'm clicking on stage color, and I'm just going to choose a light bluish sort of color, and now you can see very clearly the full stage. These two inner boxes represent title safe and action safe. What that means is that if you were going to do a television show, for example, you would want to keep any of your text within this box so that you wouldn't lose it, and any important action within this outer box so that you wouldn't lose it to the edges based on various playbacks, TVs, and that sort of thing. You can turn that off if it's annoying. Let's look at the layers here. So much like other programs, we have layers, and right now this setup gave us a default layer which we can turn on and off by clicking on the eyeballs. Should look familiar from a lot of other Adobe products. And we've got our content layer, which right now we don't have any content. Let's take a little bit more look about the stage though and the movie itself. I changed the color here. You saw that as I clicked and held down I got different colors, and I have a little hint there that says background color. Then we've got our frame rate, which is how many frames it takes per second to create a second of animation. So 29.97 is sort of an odd number, but it is a number that's common in video and in film. The stage size itself is 1280 pixels by 720 pixels. That is a very common stage size for video, as I said. It's a 16:9 ratio, unlike the older televisions, which were a 3:4 ratio. So that's a good point to stop. I'll continue into the toolbox in the next video.